Greetings, people of God. I'm going to share with you King Kong, the allegory in dealing with the tribe of Judah. That would be you black men here in North America. If your father came here through the slave trade, okay? So, a lot of people, they want to say that the stuff in the movies don't represent them. The first thing they go holler, I ain't no monkey. Of course, you ain't no monkey, but some of you got monkey-like behavior, right? But they're not gonna make a movie and put it out with them just shooting up black men. It's gonna start a riot. So they use things like movie, animals sometimes, okay? And y'all don't know anything about your father, Judah. Because if you did, there are things that you wouldn't be doing, especially in dealing with these heathen nations, heathen women in particular. Let's not forget King Solomon, how God stripped all of the tribes from him, except for the tribe of Judah. Okay? Because of what he had done in getting involved with these heathen women. Because, see, God knows that they will turn your heart away from him. And this is why he was against it, even from your own people. I'd be out here talking to brothers talking about they don't date black women. Well, why are you even standing here talking to me? And this is why some of you are being killed when you got the nerve to stand up and call black women dogs. One guy said he would rather date a dog than date a black woman. He died because you come through a black woman. You hate yourself. You hate your God. You hate your people. I'm going to say you hate your race. Okay? So I'm going to read this from Deuteronomy before I break this movie down for you called King Kong. I'm going to start in the 7th chapter. I'm going to read, I think, from the first verse down to the 5th. Stick around for what I got to say. It's going to be very interesting. When the Lord your God brings you into the land which you are entering to possess, and has plucked away many nations before you, the Hittites, the Girgashites, and the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. And when the Lord your God gives them over to you, and you smite them, then you must utterly destroy them. You shall make no covenant with them, or show mercy to them. You shall not make marriages with them. Your daughter you shall not give to his son, for they will turn away your sons from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and he will destroy you quickly. And this is what happened when y'all get involved with these heathen women. Okay? Right now in particular where we live at in America, it's the white women. Okay? And you sit up here and you see what's happening to that young guy named Wales that just died, right? These brothers are being drowned. They're being hung. Their organs are being stolen. And they're being killed just because they are black. And again, don't say black people are killing one another. As I told you, they do it because they're ignorant. They got anger issues. They've been through a lot and they just plain stupid. But you don't find black people out here killing one another because they are black. Okay? All right. But thus shall you deal with them. You shall break down their altars and dash into pieces their pillars and hew down their Asherim symbols of the goddess Asherah and burn their graven images with fire. Okay? So this is getting off into false worship, idolatry. Okay? So they'll turn your heart away from following the one and true living God. So a lot of people believe that Jesus is white. He's not. Jesus is black. Go and read it in Revelation, the 1st chapter. He had hair like wool. Who has hair like wool except for us people of color? Us blacks. And then I say, well, white people got it too. But the overwhelming majority of people with woolly hair is black. It's not white people. Stop the nonsense, okay? And he had feet that looked like brass burned in the fire. And when you burn brass, it turns black. And it kills me how some of you got the nerve to sit there and say that skin color don't matter. You're reading it in the Word, running around toting the Bible. And the reason why a lot of you are like that is because you are dating and have been involved with white women. What you lay down with, that's what you become. And this is why you no longer believe that Jesus is black and say he ain't got no skin color. Well, I'm sorry, the skin color doesn't matter. Okay? Okay, so as I said here, for ye are a holy and set apart people to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you to be a special people to himself out of all the peoples on the face of the earth. So we are the chosen ones, okay? We are the ones to whom the promises of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob pertain. Now, let me get on and talk about King Kong. Okay, so I'm talking about the 2005 version, but the original version was just like this, pretty much, okay? So they came over to Africa, right? You know, doing all this shooting with this white girl, right? And, you know, nobody screams like a white girl, right? You know. And when she screamed, she caught the attention of King Kong. Again, Judah. So, being that she caught his attention, the people on the island sent her across to him, right? To have her sacrificed to him. And when she got over there, if you notice, the first thing she saw was a graveyard full of bones of his own women that he had sacrificed. Because you see, our black men, they don't cherish us. They'll sacrifice us for a white woman in a New York minute and say it's God. Okay? So once she saw this, oh, I forgot to say, what was he taken by when he saw her? It was her hair, right? When she got over there. He was playing with her hair, like Becky with the good hair. Like I talked to some of these brothers and talking about, well, my mama say, want them to have an interracial child, give them a pretty baby, right? And I looked at him and told him, I said, you got it all figured out, don't you? I said, yeah, I guess it'll be fine. As long as it don't come out looking like your nappy-headed self. You know, you got mad and defriended me, but I didn't care. Okay? So, she got to fighting with him, right? Fell loose, started running through the jungle trying to get away from him. And through the course of time, she was able to win him over. Why? Because she was doing the little tricks like you do in the circus act, right? Juggling, backflips, you know, turning tricks, I like to say. So he falls in love with her. And once he falls in love with her, then the other animals in the kingdom come forth. And who were they? Revelation, the 7th chapter. The other 11 tribes. And why were they coming for? They were trying to kill her because they knew that it was forbidden for them to get involved with heathen women. And what did this Negro do? Judah? He turned on those in his own kingdom and started killing them. Because you see, there are some brothers that would kill you if you say something to them about what they're doing with these white women. Not only them, these other races too. Okay? Now, all these people down in the islands and in South America, those are your family members. Puerto Ricans, Haitians, Jamaicans, Cubans. All these people they're kicking out, these immigrants, Mexicans, those are your family members. Okay? Jamaicans. Those are the other 11 tribes on this side of the world. And they're even in Hawaii, okay? So, because he was a king of the jungle, right? God gave the kingdom to Judah. And he gave the priesthood to Levi. They couldn't do nothing with King Kong. He was a bad shut your mouth. Alright? So they let him go. And he ran on down there to the edge of the sea, right? Got down there, they gassed this black butt and knocked him out. Put chains on him. That's representation of the slave trade. Brought him over here. What? Chasing that white woman, right? And when he got over here, what did he do? Got right back over here. Kept right on chasing her. Turn up everything for a white woman. So this is what happens. You get these brothers. They come here. They get houses, cars, and lands. And they settle down with these white women. And they have children by them. Because you see, in the end, he was on top of the Empire State Building. Because his empire had been established with this white woman. And he wasn't going nowhere. You could tell him he was sitting up there. I shall not be moved. Oh my God. Yeah, some of y'all just that stupid. You know, it's like you're under a spell. No matter what nobody say, I'm not leaving America. All right, then you can die here with your enemies. So these white men come along, right? In this aircraft. And what happened to them? They shoot him down and kill him. And she goes back to her original owner. And this is what's happening to some of you. Okay? Don't want to wake up. I'm just telling you, it's time to wake up, my brothers. I ain't trying to be mean. It is what it is, all right? So, if these white men don't kill you, I'm here to serve you. Notice that God is going to kill you. All right? And I'm going to get over here. I can't believe this. What in the world happened? It's back this way. In Numbers, the 25th chapter. And I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just start with some of it and I'm going to skip. But we're going to start with the first verse. Israel settled down and remained in Shittim. And the people began to play the harlot with the daughters of Moab. Well, the daughters of Moab. These are the Chinese ones. Okay? Who invited the Israelite to the sacrifices of their gods, and they ate and bowed down to Moab's gods. It's only one God, y'all. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, right? So Israel joined himself to the god of Baal of Peor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. Okay? I think it was in the book of Nehemiah, too. You can go there and read that. How he began to beat these brothers because they had got involved with these women and they couldn't speak the Hebrew language, but they were speaking the language of the women. See what I'm saying? Because y'all see pretty a lot of times, which is pretty ugly because they don't have a good outcome for a lot of y'all. Okay? So the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. And the Lord said to Moses, take all the leaders of the chiefs of the people and hang them, that the fierce anger of the Lord may turn away from Israel. And Moses said to the judges of Israel, each one of you slay his men who join themselves to Baal of Peor. Today that will be white Jesus. He don't exist. He's a fairy tale. You know, and they be telling you, he's a fairy tale. He don't exist. They know what they're talking about. And behold, one of the Israelites came and brought to his brethren a Midianite woman in the sight of Moses and all and of all the congregation of Israel, while they were weeping at the door of the tent of meeting over the divine judgment and the punishment. And when Phinehas, is that? I guess I'm pronouncing that right. Son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it. He rose up from the midst of the congregation and took a spear in his hand and went after the man of Israel into the inner room and thrust both of them through the man of Israel and the woman through her body. Then the smiting plague was stayed from the Israelites. Nevertheless, those who died in the smiting plague were 24,000. So the man that died, okay, the son of Salu, right? I'm sorry. Yeah. The Midianite woman was Zimri. What the heck? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading it wrong. The man of Israel who was slain with the Midianite woman was Zimri, and he was of the tribe of Simeon. And the woman who died, her name was Cosby. Bill Cosby. I like to think about him, right? So after that, in the 17th verse, God said, provoke hostilities with the Midianites and attack them, for they harass you with their wiles, which they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor and of Cosby, white Jesus, right? And these white women, the daughters of the prince of Midian, their sister, who was slain on the day of the plague in the matter of Peor. So you can see them even rising up against you, okay? Because you ain't got sense enough to leave them alone. A lot of you. All right? So I just want to put that out there for you. Again, that's allegory dealing with King Kong and the tribe of Judah. All right? Brothers, you better wake up because it's going to get even hotter. All right?